I'm Rick, aka Weedy J, although it's backwards. And it's been a while since you guys have seen this beautiful face, but I'm back. And I got some people with me.
Rod, aka Massey. You guys know me. Do the normal uploads.
And Pet, aka P. Rolly. Been a very long time. Nice to see you guys.
I don't know which way he is, so I can't.
You're
Like, to
you're
me,
you're above me. You're above me. So if you point
this
down,
is crazy. Hey, what do you guys think of my new setup? I'm in the bedroom.
mm.
There's a baby out there, so, I didn't want to hear. "Wah." So,
So today's episode, we wanted to start off. I know Jer loves these videos the most because we're gonna talk about his favorite thing in the world. Guys, what's Jer's
men,
favorite thing? Well, okay, second favorite thing in the world.
Nintendo.
Nintendo. That was a good thing. So Nintendo is hiring hackers.
What?
Nintendo is hiring hackers.
What?
Yeah, in their latest release, it says Nintendo's goal is to provide a secure environment for our customers so that they can enjoy our games and services. In order to achieve this goal, Nintendo is interested in receiving vulnerability information that researchers may discover. They're calling it bug
Um,
that may
What?
discover regarding Nintendo's platforms. Currently, in the context of Hacker One program, Nintendo is only interested in vulnerability information regarding the Nintendo 3DS family of systems and is not seeking vulnerability information regarding other Nintendo platforms, network services, or server related information. It's funny how they had to spell that out in case people tried to hack their servers. Um,
hey,
let's see. Below are examples of the activities that Nintendo is focused on, which is piracy, including game application dumping, copy to game application execution, cheating, including game application modification, save data modification.
Oh
Which,
man,
yeah, if they do that,
our power saves.
the power saves. So, but you know what they could do to begin with to fix that? Put the save data on the damn SD card.
Yeah, what is? I mean, is the SD card that's only there for purchases and crap,
For
right?
the
For the
games, I guess,
games.
yeah.
All right. So this is interesting
But this is
because.
there's more. They're
All right,
not
all right. Let's hear
hiring
it.
them on a Nintendo employee basis. They're kind of like rogues. So if you find something, pending on what you find and how severe it is, they are saying they'll pay you anywhere from $100 to $20,000.
All right. Well, I found a bunch of ROMs. They want to hook me up with some money. I got I got the complete DS library. If they want that. But the interesting thing is especially with Nintendo, like piracy's always been rampant.
Yeah.
I mean the DS. I don't know if either of you guys have heard of the M3,
No.
but I had an M3. Dave had an M3. James, my friend James had an M3. It was this device back when Dave had it. It plugged into the bottom of your DS
Hmm.
and it ran games off a compact flash card. And back in the day, you had to modify your DS to use it. But by the time I got one, all it was a little DS card that a micro SD card went into, and you could run homebrew, you could run ROMs.
You know, I've seen something on the Power Saves website. It's like a Power Saves device, but it actually is meant for DS games. So it plugs into the bottom here, and then you put your cartridge into it, and it's kind of like a Game Shark.
Oh, well, that's neat.
So I don't know if it works for the 3DS. I know it works for like DS, but
I
it gives you how
know,
to hack like Pokemon Black and White, your favorite games,
I,
and
I know, I know. They definitely do have 3DS versions of the M3. It's not the M3. There's R4. There's a bunch of them. I've been out of the scene for a while, but I know there's a lot of people that got them running on their 3DS. So.
mm. So that's some of the biggest news from Nintendo now. I know there's more anticipation for the Switch. The Switch is another. I don't even want to get into the Switch right now. We're gonna. I think we should just leave the Switch to Jer. What do you guys think? I don't know
Let
if we
me
should cover it.
let me ask you a serious
Yes.
question about the Switch.
What's up?
How do you feel about Pokemon Stars coming out for the Switch?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Uh,
I don't know either. The Switch looked cool though. I'll
it
give them that.
I'm. It's gonna look cool. It's a great concept. Nintendo has this thing with such poor execution, though. Such
Here's
poor execution.
here's my thing. If you're gonna show off your hot new console, you gotta show it off playing Skyrim.
Can, a game that later on they came out and said might not even be on the console.
Right, right. Yeah, they made that blatantly clear that they were advertising with a game that might not come out.
Yeah, the makers of Skyrim were just like, well, guys, this is not guaranteed for the Switch, but it looks cool, right? What did they take the footage from a PS4? What did they?
Right, yeah, it's just
All right, so we're all playing Pokemon. Pat, are you playing Pokemon?
I am not.
You're
I
not.
really want to get back into it though.
Okay. Do you own a 3DS currently?
I know I haven't played Pokemon since Yellow, regrettably.
Oh, I mean that's okay. I mean Yellow was a great game. So Pokemon Moon and Sun and Moon, to my understanding, Rick has some opinions and some stories to share that everybody might find in common. So, Rick, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Game is crap.
Oh Lord, here we
All right,
go.
That's a
so
that's a very strong opinion.
That is.
all right, I'm
I
only
thought he
on the
was gonna
second.
come in soft, but he was like, "Crap."
All
Crap.
right, so right now, I'm playing Moon, and I hold Moon, and it's just a little bit above Pokemon Go.
Ouch. I know
Yeah,
how you feel about Go.
That's
let
rough.
me let me let me just say, I've never been so ashamed to have Pokemon tattoos in my life. Let me just say that first off. So I don't know if I like the changes. I I don't like this whole island thing. I'm generic. I want to capture go to the
So
gyms.
you're old school.
Yeah, I wanna go fight the 8 gym leaders and then the Elite Four. This whole grand trial and then all these other little trials and collecting these stupid Z crystals. You know, why are you guys hating on Mega Evolutions? Why is there not more Mega Evolutions? That was a sweet mechanic.
It's done. It's done. They have Mega Evolution mechanics in this game. They do give you a Mega Stone. You can, I mean, but it's not. You don't get it till like the end. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
not.
it, it's stupid. Like I thought Mega Evolutions was a great mechanic. I think it's a million times better than the stupid Z move. Like it really upsets me. And they only did this to sell them stupid bracelets.
Oh, and they're making it super impossible to get your Mega Evolutions from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. They can't come over with the Pokebank. They drop their item when you put them in the Pokebank. The only way to get them is with trading.
And this is why we hack Nintendo.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like that is beyond stupid to me. Like Mega Evolutions was so fresh and it was just what Pokemon needed. It was all your favorite Pokemon get one more stage of evolution without them actually evolving. Like Mega Mewtwo, Mega Charizard, Mega Gengar, all that stuff is really super
Yeah.
sweet. And and now it's
Well, I'm going to speak a little bit on the opposite end of the coin. I think the gameplay is refreshing as far as the new mechanics go. Not to say I generally fell in love with it, but I got to like it. The challenges, I will agree with you that the challenges are not as hard as the gym leaders were. Um, the only one I had a challenge with, there were two that I had a problem with. The wishy washy on the second island.
the wishy washy.
The first one you fight that pulls. Uh, when you have a Litten. as your starter, that sucked.
We lit now, fam.
The second one was the. Now, this is going to be a spoiler. Rick says he already doesn't like the game, so I don't care if I spoil it for Rick. And Pat doesn't own a 3DS. So the rest of you,
I
you
do
have an
not.
option to fast forward at this point or listen. The last boss you play, well, Rick,
I'm
you
taking
just
my
have to,
headphones
you
off.
just have to listen. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm
All
not.
right. You give me a thumbs up when you're done. Oh, he's done?
I'm
That
not
was
going to
fast.
tell you who it is. I'm not going to tell you what Pokemon they use.
It's Professor Oak, his cousin.
Listen. So the individual in question, their Pokemon, every single one of them are totem Pokemon,
Oh, that's dumb.
and they've got 6 of them. So it made it extremely hard. And the first one you fight is a fairy. So I don't know about you, but my team starting off didn't have poison or steel moves. I got wrecked by a Clefairy.
Oh, I got poison. I'm rocking that Grimer.
I actually got lucky enough. My first little lizard capture was the female version.
Salandit.
Yeah, but
You got a
so
Salazzle.
I got a Salazzle.
All right. Let me reel this in real quick. Oh, it's so stupid. Totem Pokemon are dumb.
But what about the
Like,
travel system? I kind of like the travel system.
oh, no HMs. No HMs is great. I love not having to have HMs. Because, everyone got that one Pokemon in their party that's got 4 HMs.
Yeah.
You want the guy that can fly, the guy that can surf, the guy that can cut and move boulders.
Yep. Yep.
But now you don't need that anymore. So that's dope.
They give
Another
you
thing,
TM for fly.
you get the. Oh, I'm sorry, HM.
I know they give you a TM for fly.
Oh, yeah, I got a TM for rocks. I got Rock Smash as well. That might always be a TM though. I don't know. The TMs are sweet because you need fly. Fly's a dope move.
Yeah.
Surf better be a TM as well.
I haven't found it yet.
But let me tell you, call for help is the stupidest mechanic I've ever come across. Nothing makes me madder than I'm almost catching this Pokemon and call for help.
I've heard some new Pokemon players have had some really bad struggles with that mechanic. Like they'll be fighting a Pokemon for 40 minutes. Like we were playing cards last
That's
weekend.
insane.
Oh yeah, we were playing cards last weekend, and that's what Randall was going through. And he's a veteran Pokemon player. He just got stuck by this horde of what are the little electric dudes called? They evolve into Electabuzz.
Elekkids?
Yeah. He got stuck by a horde of them. Every time he went to kill one, another one would spawn.
I hate call for help. Call for help is stupid.
And then that's what my problem was with the Wishy-Washy. I would be fighting it, I'd kill the helper Pokemon, and then it would immediately summon one of those stupid love disc things, the fish that looks like the heart.
Yeah.
And it would heal the Wishy-Washy to full.
Ugh. That's such a stupid mechanic. The other thing, let's see the Alolan Pokemon really upsets me.
Why?
Like that's all we get. Like all this hype about Alolan Pokemon, and there's like 12 of them.
Well, remember, there's still more that you can get from red and blue and yellow.
I don't know, man. When they hacked that game, they showed everything.
Oh.
Like that's it. There's no other ones, unless they added in the stars. But I think the total count's like 18. There's not enough. It should have been all 150. Like that is stupid.
I for as long as they took, I really feel like at points it was rushed because this really feels like with that little red flag system, you're just going straight down the path. There's really no exploring to this game.
Hey, what is the little red flag system? I've noticed the real. Is that the way you're supposed to go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I've been lost.
Yeah, I beat the first island in like an hour. I beat the second island in a half an hour, and all I was doing was following this path.
I'm so happy you said that, man. It took me 40 minutes to find the big Kahuna guy
Really?
at the end of the first island. I'm like, where do I go? The other thing I don't like is it's too story filled.
Oh god, dude, the opening story is like 20 minutes.
Oh, it's like I miss bits and pieces because my attention span just ain't there for the. Like I don't give two craps about the Pokemon story. Like it was cool before. Like yeah, I like the story. Like Alpha Saph, Alpha and Sapphire, Alpha
But
and
they did
Sapphire,
it so good though. Like
Alpha
you started the
Sapphire.
game, and there was maybe 5 minutes of story, and then you go on and do your Pokemon thing, and then in between there'd be like 5 to 6 minutes of story, and then you keep going. In this game, it's like when they break for story, dude, it's 20 minutes. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
felt
that,
it
like the last boss, fighting the last boss, I felt like I was spawning a weapon in Final Fantasy VII,
Jesus.
and you'll see why when you watch replay.
I
I th- I think any story sequence should be maximum 5 minutes
Oh yeah,
because literally people's attention spans for video games are short and they want to do their own thing. That's why they're playing a video. That's why they're in a video game in the first place.
and
it's
not
like
just that, but it's Pokemon.
Pokemon. It's Metal Gear Pokemon is what it seemed like.
These
It's like
kids will start the game
Kojima
and
did
just
this.
be like, ugh, and they'll lose. They'll lose. They'll lose people playing it. Everybody will start turning in their copies.
I never know what to do because I'm always just running around clicking through the text real quick. So I'm constantly lost in that game.
I will say I also like how they did the Ultra Beasts. The first one you catch one. The second one, which is the exclusive to each game, you catch two of them. So you can trade one of them away to get the exclusive from the other game. And then the third one you have to catch four. The fourth one you catch three, and then the fifth one you catch one of. And then they also have a special Pokemon. I don't have my games right next to me, but it's a new psychic type that he looks like an Ultra Beast, but he's not.
A little bit of technical difficulties there, and we're back.
I have
So
a
a little
cat.
bit of jump cut there. We have a cat now. We have a pat now. We had a pat before.
I'm petting you,
Yes,
Chico.
we did.
So we were talking Sun and Moon. Oh man, I there's such a long lap of time between the jump cut before to now that I forgot what we were talking about.
I
Sun
know.
and Moon.
He's weird.
I don't like it.
I would look at him funny too.
Look at that cat. That cat really is bothering me. That cat is really bothering me. All right. So, Sun and Moon aside, anything else Nintendo related?
No, no.
Let's see.
The new Amiibos came out. The Toon Link and the Toon Zelda, the 8-bit Link, and the Ocarina of Time with him playing the ocarina.
Always when I have no money.
Yeah, I have mine on pre-order. I paid for mine in advance, so I got to keep up on the Amiibo collection.
And I really want that Toon Link. The new Toon Link.
Yeah, and it comes with Toon Zelda. I figured you'd really want the 8-bit.
I do want 8-bit as well. I want them all. I'm indifferent about Toon Zelda.
It comes in a 2-pack with Toon Link.
I know that's the unfortunate part.
You gotta catch them all.
Has anybody said anything about the mini NES in our group yet?
I don't think anybody wants to buy it in our group. It'd be like a waste of $60.
Well, a
I
waste
kind
of a couple $100 because you can't find one for 60.
Well, Best Buy is getting a ton in. Anytime between tomorrow and the 20th.
I kind of do want one, but I already own everything that comes with it,
Yeah, for you it wouldn't be too
and the
bad
original NES.
because
No, but I do own a Nest.
Oh, okay. So with
That's the
that,
only
I
reason
have
I
all
wouldn't
those
buy it.
games downloaded. There's literally no point to me getting the mini.
Well, like Rick mentioned, the artificial
Scarcity.
shortage, right? That Nintendo loves to do.
Well, the thing is, Nintendo, it's not an artificial shortage, if you will. It's more of Nintendo thinks something will sell good, but they're scared because they've got a lot to lose. They're not really the top company anymore for gaming, so they get scared and they're like, let's put this out and let's see if it does good. They did the same thing with Amiibos.
Okay, that may be true, but if they're questioning, they shouldn't have any reason to question the Switch about the same issues. I mean, everyone's talking about it already. If they don't put out a lot of Switches,
Oh, they'll mass produce the Switches.
It's
Similar
gonna be
with Wii
it's
U.
gonna be like the Wii. Remember the Wii? You couldn't get a Wii at launch either.
right? But that's why I can understand what Rodney was saying. Well, no, there were a lot of Wii's out.
Yeah, the Wii sold that good. There
The
was a
the
ton of
Wii
Wii's.
the Wii sold good, but there was an initial shortage. Um,
Well,
when
Nintendo, I
when
think they
when
just sold
Jared
one
got
day, launch day.
when Jared got his Wii, the only place he could get it at was Super K,
We
and
got
they
beef.
had two.
We got beef.
They raffled off the chance to buy one. The Wii was in short stock until 2008.
I know the Wii. I never had a problem finding one. Like they would have them at my local Toys R Us and my local stores in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had a lot of Wii's out there.
Even the Wii U. The Wii U wasn't short. I mean,
The Wii U wasn't short, but I do promise you guys, the Wii was in huge shortage.
it probably was. I mean, I just don't think they'll do it with the Switch. They want this to be a major console.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, one thing I did want to talk about on Pokemon Sun and Moon. Look at how dope. Oh, let me turn it around. The collector's strategy guide is.
They always try to make the strat guides look amazing, which
I know.
I'll agree it does.
Then on the back it has the Pokeball seal. Kind of
How
nice.
much was that?
I got crap on my book already. What is this? Or no, that's the design. Is that design or crap? I don't know. I can't tell.
What's the damage on it though? That's the question.
Oh, it's just like little water spots. Um.
No, I mean the price.
Oh, I got 20% off because I pre-ordered both other games. So I think I bought it for 29, 29.99. I think.
So it's what 45 dollars.
Yeah.
So that's not the super expensive one then.
Yes, it is.
It is,
Yes.
and the only
That's got to be the
wow.
cheapest strat guide I've ever seen.
No, normally it's like $79.
Yeah. This is the hard. It's hardcover, and it's really nice. They do a lot of good job detailing everything in this book.
That's what I'm saying. It's really inexpensive for a
There's
high
three
end guide.
versions of the strategy guide too. There's like a collector's edition, an ultimate edition, and the normal one.
This is the collector's edition. I have not heard of an ultimate edition, nor seen
I
an
don't.
ultimate edition. Now there was ultimate edition. There was like a game that you could get the ultimate edition on Amazon where the cases were like steel cases for the games, and it came with Sun and Moon. But I've never heard of the Ultimate Edition strategy guide. What is all on my shit
Yeah, there
pile?
was. I'm looking for it now. There, the steel case one was pretty good. Let me see.
I really like the artwork, how it sticks out, especially the moon one. Check out that
Yeah,
back.
it's. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there is a different one. It's called the Pokemon Sun and Moon Official Strategy Guide Collector's Vault, and it's $144.61.
What the hell do you get with it?
Let's see.
$144.
That's crazy.
A pen and a notebook.
Plus the which guide?
It's a different one than you have. It looks like it's made out of wood.
Interesting.
That's crazy. I could picture paying $80 to $100 for the high end strat guides.
If it came with the
That's
game, maybe.
I can't even pay $20 for a strat guide. I got the internet.
So let's talk about some new games that came out too. We've got Dead Rising 4,
I heard it's disappointing.
Final Fantasy 15, which I've heard
Oh,
Final Fantasy 15 is amazing.
I don't like Final Fantasy.
I'm with Rick. I haven't really been in that franchise before.
What else just came out?
Back when it was
Sorry to
all
everyone
turn-based.
that had to watch me eat. I was hungry.
Mario 3D Maker just came out Friday. Last week Friday.
This is what I think of that.
Well, I've got it, so you got to play it first.
Well, I have played it. I played the better version.
No. I'm talking about for the 3DS.
Here's the problem. This is my problem with Nintendo as a whole. They make these games pretty much strictly for Japan. We do not live in a society where Street Pass is that function outside of a convention.
Right.
Not being able to share my creations on the internet or download them from the internet, you take away the whole point of the game. That's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they were looking at it as storage. There's only so much you can put on a cart since they don't like putting game save data on the SD card.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it would have took that much more. I think Nintendo's just being lazy and thinking only in Japan, like always.
I also have the new Mario Party for the 3DS, where you only need one cartridge, and I think it plays up to 5 players. So we'll have to try that.
That's awesome.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, maybe it'll get you an excuse to get a 3DS there, Pat.
Yeah, maybe.
What else have I been playing? That's pretty much it from the newer stuff. Xenoverse 2, I've been killing Xenoverse 2. Akuma announced for Street Fighter 5.
And he looks like a lion.
Well, he'll have 2 costumes. He'll have that one, and then his normal OG self.
Well, I'm sure he'll have more than 2 costumes.
Yeah, he will. He will. But those are what's going to be launch. And he looks amazing. The game.
What's it going to cost you?
It's the season 2 DLC. So it comes with, it's like $30, but it comes with Akuma and like 8 other characters. They've got 8 other characters on the lineup.
Capcom making money.
Hey.
All right. Well, we got the topic of Capcom. I still think this game is going to come to Xbox One.
Which game?
Street Fighter 5. I think they're going to get a version, a Super. And you know what makes me think that?
Yeah, it could.
The fact that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is not Sony exclusive. Or 4, I'm sorry. The fact that 4...
The problem is it's not a Capcom game. It's licensed with Disney. Street Fighter is all Capcom.
So, let me say one thing. I'm so excited that my boy Mega Man X is finally getting some love.
I saw the trailer and X was there. I was like, wait, those boots, that's not Mega. That's X. And it's going to be so awesome if they put Zero in the game too.
So, it's gonna A funny thing I heard: no X-Men in the game.
Yeah, Disney has scrapped the idea of the X-Men. There's something going on in the Marvel universe where they no longer like mutants, and I
Well,
think
what
it's
it is the cinema universe.
right. Well, it's a Cineverse, but Disney is Marvel itself is straying away from mutants. They're
Well,
not even
yeah,
calling them mutants anymore. They're called
Inhumans.
no, not even Inhumans. They call them enhanced.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why it is. It's because they cannot use mutants in their movies. They are making a big push for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they can't do it for mutants because Fox has the rights to that.
Yep.
And they went to Fox like they did Sony, because as we all know, Sony has the rights to Spider-Man. And Fox said, no, we want to keep making movies with them. That's why Fantastic Four, who was a big part of the Civil War in the comic books, wasn't in the movie. Because
God,
Fox
that
has
Fantastic Four movie sucked so bad.
every movie Fox makes, aside from the first X-Men movie and Deadpool, has been crap. So
Yeah. I do like the newer X Men movies, like the Mutant Apocalypse, Days of Future Past.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
those were
Yeah.
good.
Wolverine 3, Days of Future Past. Yeah. Why that was an X-Men movie is beyond me. All right,
it really it shouldn't have been.
here's the other thing that bothers me is there's no consistency in the X-Men movies. Like in the first movie, the person in Days of Future Past that Peter Dinklage played that was going to be killed by Mystique. Sorry for spoilers if you haven't seen it. It's old. Go see it. You're doing yourself a favor by not seeing it.
It's actually good, guys. Don't listen to him.
But Peter Dinklage in the first movie, that guy was played by an overweight black man.
Yes.
And now, surprise, guys, it's Peter Dinklage. There's no consistency at all in our movies.
Well, if you hadn't noticed, that movie itself, they were trying hard to wipe out everything about X3.
Well,
And they did.
reason.
Like, X3 was horrible.
X3 was horrible. Origins Wolverine was
So bad.
horrible. The second Wolverine was horrible.
I really
Yeah.
hated Silver Samurai.
Days the Future Past sucks. What came into Days of Future Past? Was there another one?
No, I like Days of Future Past.
Was there one after that that isn't
Um,
Apocalypse?
no. The Apocalypse one was good. The Apocalypse one was good. And
What?
the what was the first one? X Men. Not the old one, but the new one. X Men.
First Class.
First Class.
Okay. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of First Class. I was getting First Class and Days of Future Past
I
mixed up.
haven't seen First Class
First
yet.
First Class was terrible.
Was it
That
bad?
movie was junk. That whole new trilogy is junk.
Man, I like the
And
second and the third one.
the new Wolverine movie looked okay though because if it's based off Old Man Logan is sweet.
It makes me think of The Last of Us.
He does look like the dude from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I like the newer trilogy just because I like following Beast. I don't know why. Beast was my favorite X-Men.
It's pretty unique to have Beast as a favorite character. Mine
Come on,
was
Kelsey
It
Grammer.
it is.
yeah, which is cool. Which is cool. Which means I mean not everybody digs Beast like that, but he is a really
It
cool
gave
character.
Yeah, it actually gave him a story, somewhat of a story.
I like my favorite in as far as like mutants go is X Men. If we're talking or Wolverine, if we're talking like the Spider Verse, it's Venom.
Yeah.
I think we know who my favorite mutant is. Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man.
So,
Completely different end of the spectrum, Rick. Thanks.
huge news for pop owners too. I know you guys don't really do um, Funko Pop. But recently they've released the Power Ranger Funko Pops, and they had the blue, the black, yellow, and the green. And the pink and the red were old releases. They were retired, vaulted. People were selling them online for like $300, so other people could complete their sets. Well, Funko has given them the big middle finger. They have announced they are releasing the Pink Ranger, the Red Ranger, and
Mm.
the White Ranger.
I love the White
Reprinting
Ranger, man.
places, man. I swear they love reprinting collectible items.
They should though. Here's my thing. This is my thing. I collectors are big babies to me. Like, not everything should be a collector's item. Like, I
I
understand.
absolutely agree with that. Absolutely.
Like, that's something that, honest to God, that bothers me about Twisted so much. Is all their merchandise, everything's a collectible. Everything's, hey, this T-shirt's only available this weekend. Get it while you can. Collector's item. Like, every weekend you got a different T-shirt.
And then they put it in some box and completely ruin its value.
WOTC also is thinking about. The rumor is they're going to be removing the reserve list.
Which they should.
So
I can't stand all them little babies. Don't reprint my cards. I'm a vendor. It's not as bad as it is in Yu-Gi-Oh.
well,
Like, I see
there's
people.
no reserve, right?
No, but people cry when there's reprints. Well, you reprinting my card now? I can't sell it for $200.
Well, in this
Like,
one, if they reprint, I don't. The old ones will still hold value. They just won't be like a $4,000 value, which is ridiculous for a trading card game.
yeah, like I said, getting into vintage is stupid expensive. And they wonder why you got so many people making knockoffs of these cards.
Oh, I know.
And then,
Right.
oh, we don't care about the secondary market, though, guys. That doesn't affect us at all. Bull.
Yep.
Bull.
Yep. So beyond that, fellas, do we have any other concerns? Any other things you guys wanted to bring up?
There is a Last of Us 2 coming out. Sony just had their big event.
I know. I saw it. It was huge with the Street Fighter V reveal, with the Marvelverse, Capcom Infinite, and The Last of Us 2. And that what Ellie looks violent as hell.
I actually haven't seen it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the little girl, right?
yeah. Oh, she ain't a little girl no more.
Let me. I do want to say, as of things we've been playing recently, and I think Pat can attest to me on this. Man, Watch Dogs 2 is an amazing game.
Rick, when are
Yes,
we
it
going to
is.
get together and play Gears?
Whatever you want.
Ooh.
I mean, we can cross-platform play, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we should be making gear videos.
we should. Man, hey, are you gonna get Halo Wars? We can cross play that as well.
Yeah, if it's on the PC.
Yep.
They got a good story mode.
I don't know, but I don't know how it's gonna be fair playing cross platform on an RTS. But
You're okay. I don't. I'm not good at FPS games.
this is an RTS.
It's a real-time strategy.
Yeah,
Yes. Halo Wars is a real-time strategy. Skydown.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
The first one was pretty crazy.
That's what I said. How is that fair? Cross platform on that?
There's no way. There's no way they can make that cross-platform.
Well, it is.
Are you kidding?
No. 100% cross platform.
I would smoke you.
Yeah, and that's probably why they're introducing keyboard and mouse support to the Xbox
that's
One.
probably exactly why.
They're like, wait a minute, this isn't fun.
But they're making it so,
Right.
why would you buy an Xbox One and not just buy a PC?
It's for people that I don't know. I have no reasoning.
Because
there is more games. You can't play Halo 5 on your PC. You can play Forge mode and custom games. I was playing Forge mode on PC last night.
I just think consoles should stay consoles. That's why people like them. They're consoles.
Well, yeah, but
Microsoft
started out as a PC in a different box,
right.
the first Xbox.
But
I mean,
when you want to focus on consoles, that's what you should do. And consoles traditionally use controllers.
Let me tell you guys something. You think editing levels would be 100 times easier with a mouse and keyboard? I was using Forge mode on PC last night, and I swear to God, I had to scramble for an Android micro USB cord so I could plug in my controller and use the controller.
Oh, jeez.
Like that says a lot to how poorly designed that is. When you're like, please, I want to build this level with a controller.
yeah. Well, I mean,
I've got one of these doodads.
play.
I got one of those somewhere too.
Just makes it so this thing. Hold on, let me. Had a little dusty.
Testing that thing on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one of the best controllers ever. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, I mean it was on sale and it came with this, so.
Yeah, it's got that terrible D-pad.
It
Let me tell you,
awful D-pad, dude.
the nice thing about the Xbox One controllers is all the new ones have Bluetooth that work on your computer.
I had to buy one of these so I could charge it on my computer, and I had to buy a battery pack so I wouldn't waste AA batteries.
Don't get me started on that scandal.
Rick had a big problem with the battery packs after about 6 months.
Some of them were dead on arrival. That was a racket.
I've got 3 extra just in case.
There is no reason a DualShock can come with a built-in battery and not an Xbox controller.
Oh yeah, there is. It's called we contract with Duracell.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
It's bullshit.
It drives me bananas. Like, oh hey, buy our rechargeable one. No, your rechargeable ones suck.
Yeah.
Man, and you know what? I was thinking maybe the Elite, the top of the line, $150 controller, will have a rechargeable battery. No, it doesn't.
That's okay.
No, same 2 batteries.
I got this bad boy on standby.
Let's see what this looks like. This looks terrible.
This is what I play all my fighting games on.
It's like an old Sega gamepad.
Kind of. It has your 6 button here.
It's shaped very weird.
It is, but you get that good grip.
Is that a Hori pad?
Yeah, it's a Hori fight pad.
All right. Well, it can't be too bad if it's Hori.
This is a Fight Commander 4, and you can rotate. You can actually rotate the D-pad to fit different. You see how it's off angled now? So you can rotate the D-pad to fit different angles depending on how you hold the controller. Also,
that's weird.
Top, you'll see where you have this one. It's off to the side like that. That's your.
It's so complicated. You don't even know what it does.
So what this switch does, if you have it set this way, on this side, it's a regular controller format. So your R's are over here, your L's are over here.
It makes sense.
When you flip this switch, it makes it so these are now your L's.
What?
Because you have your R1 and R2 right here.
No.
No. All right, check it though for Killer Instinct. Check it. Doing combo breakers. You know, you press the buttons like lights, mediums, hards, and then I have my ×3 right here. So I love this thing, and it works for both PS3 and PS4. It has a turbo button. Come on, what other controllers have a turbo nowadays?
Oh boy.
Come on, that's.
All my fight pads have turbo.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
I have the Mortal Kombat fight pad here. That doesn't have turbo.
My Street Fighter fight pads do. My Street Fighter, I got a Guile fight pad, and my Marvel vs. Capcom fight pad has turbo as well.
Those Mad Cat ones?
Yeah.
Those don't have turbo on them.
Yeah, they do.
I don't remember them having turbo on them.
Yeah, no, I use turbo to beat Mortal Kombat 2.
Beyond them being big pieces of shit because they're made by Mad Cats.
Well, no, Mad Cats came through. Those things are great, man. It feel like a Sega Genesis controller in my hand. I love it. I got the one I use the most is my WWE All Stars one.
I've heard good things about that one. But the Street Fighter pads, people say the D-pad wears out after a while.
What it is the Guile one I have is the L1, like the L2, R2, all that. Those are in different spots than they are on the WWE one. So it's set up real wonky. Like it's like A, B, X, Y, L1, L2 on the face buttons, and then R1, R2 up here, or something real stupid like that.
On the inside of those pads, they also have pressure keys, so it makes them wear out faster.
Well, it's good for retro games, and that's what I use mine for.
Well, I like my Hori fight pad. You know, Hori makes an awesome controller. I've never had a problem with Hori.
That's why I tell anyone who has the option to buy the Japanese version of those Smash Brother GameCube controllers, go with the Japanese one. Hori makes such better products than PDP, and you felt it in person.
Yeah, I have Hori Smash controllers.
Yeah, you felt your Smash controller to my Smash controllers. Like, one's like a kid's toy.
Night and day, man. Yours felt so light and cheap.
Yeah.
And mine actually has nice bulk, heavy feeling to it.
Why Hori can't do the American ones too is beyond me.
Well, it's probably a contractual thing with material.
And PDP, that company sucks.
Well, they came out with a few. You can buy a few Hori pads in store.
Well, that's good.
Like the Metal Mario, that's a Hori fight pad.
Well, it's a Japanese Hori. Here it's made by PDP.
Well, no, in the Metal Mario that I bought at Meyer.
Really?
It's a Hori brand controller.
Because mine is like the same exact one as the Japanese Princess Peach one, but made by PDP.
So that series, the Hori ones went to Japan, but we got crap ones. The Hori ones didn't start until Metal Mario.
Metal Mario looked pretty good too.
Oh man, it is awesome. I got the standard Mario 2, and I think Pikachu, and they're all Hori.
Yeah, I remember we bought the Pikachu. The Pikachu one you got at Retro Otaku.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the nice Japanese one.
Oh, and I did pick up.
That was there. Right.
I don't think I showed you this. Let me go. I haven't shown you this one yet. You'll like it. So, we know about this controller.
Yeah.
I bought you one like this.
Yes.
Hopefully you still have it.
I do. I still have it.
Now, this one, you're going to love.
Oh, man, that is dope.
Yeah. It's like got the little Pikachu doing almost a Shoryuken right in the middle there.
That is awesome. You know, speaking of that game, they just added a new character to the arcade version.
Did they?
Yeah.
I haven't picked it up in a while.
Well, I don't know if it's on the console version. I don't think any of them came to the console version yet.
I'll check it out and let you know.
Emporion, I think that's his name. The big penguin guy.
Oh, okay.
The final evolution of Piplup.
Yeah, I saw they GameStop had this come in used, and used it was like $20, and I was like, man, I gotta go home with that.
Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. Man, you know what is a fun game that I've been playing a lot lately is Tekken Tag.
Oh man, you guys have totally got me back into Tekken.
In his go-kart. I'm parked on the road hiding in the car. The car in front of me, this chick just runs up to it, pulls the guy in the driver's seat out, and just starts whooping the crap out of him. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that game, the NPCs definitely feel alive in that game.
You need to get that game, Rodney.
Which is that GTA?
Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, I know. I've been hearing great
Yeah.
things about it.
It's
The world around you, man. The randomness that can happen. It's crazy. And these people like actually show up at certain times of the day and like what is it, the cross dressing bouncer
there's
for
a
this
there's a
one
dude
gay club?
a dude dressed up like a donut.
Yeah, feeding frenzy.
There's a painted girl. I've seen a lot of those because I did that. I got that achievement, the Scout X achievement.
Oh, nice.
Like I was just telling Pat, I got all but 2 achievements left in that game.
Sounds like me and Xenoverse 2. I'm at like 78%. You need to get a PS4 again.
I know. One day, maybe.
It's a lot of fun. You
See,
can just buy a PS Slim, or you could buy a PS4 Pro if you wanted to. And me and you can start playing some games. I got a capture card. You wouldn't even have to do any of the work.
here's the only problem though is I'm probably not gonna buy any games for it that are multi-system games because all that's gonna go to my Xbox.
That's
Mm.
fine. But you can buy games that I would play,
So
and then
you could get an Xbox One.
no, I can't.
I think I think you need to branch out, Rodney. I think you need to try to diversify your likes in games, your different types of games.
But I've got a gaming rig. I've got a Wii U, a PS3, and a PS4.
Yeah, you're missing the important one.
The only thing you don't have is
I,
Microsoft,
I
baby.
have a super version of it right here.
Yeah, but I mean this other version, it's pretty dandy. Man, I really want to play that Dead Rising 4 though. I
Yeah.
heard it's poop.
I
But
It might be poop, but it looks amazing.
I've watched some storyline and it seems really cool.
the reasons I heard it's poop is because they do away like it's less Japanese now. And it's more like 3. They do away with like the time limit and stuff. And I thought the time limit was stupid. Like everything I heard that's bad about it is making me want to buy it.
Yeah.
Like
So
I only saw the multiplayer. Like it's similar to a horde mode, but you're like in this enclosed area. It can either be like a miniature Disney World with a bunch of stores, an indoor mall, stuff like that. And you basically survive day by day. It's not a bunch of waves of zombies, it's just zombies everywhere.
Hmm.
And you got to do these little objectives during the day.
man, that's dope. I I want to play it.
From what I've seen, it's really good. So I say it's worth the buy. There's a lot of games that people say are crap that are worth the buy. Like the Godzilla game for the PS4. People just said it was crap because it had no local multiplayer. But if you were
That's
playing single player game, that game makes you feel like you're Godzilla. I loved it.
Is there online multiplayer?
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't do local, but it's not for me. It wasn't a game breaker to keep me away from the title because I love Godzilla.
Let me tell you, that's why I stopped playing Halo. Is no local multiplayer.
I don't.
Like
I could see in your situation it's different, where you and Ange like to get together and play like Halo together, but it's Godzilla. I mean, when was the last time you got a group of guys together with a Godzilla fighting game and said, "Guys, we need this multiplayer"?
uh, it was around the time War of the Monsters came out. It was Godzilla Melee or something like that on the GameCube. That game was fun.
Right.
And let's be honest, Rick, we still played a lot of Halo, even when they did away with local multiplayer. We played a lot of Reach. That was all online, stuff
No,
like that.
Reach had local. Reach the only one that doesn't have split screen is 5.
But if our
And I
group does fighting games, you know we're going right for the Tekken. We're going right for the Street Fighter. Maybe Guilty Gear Killer Instinct.
I know. That's why there's a PlayStation in my garage. It's great.
Yeah, yeah.
We're playing playing the best Street Fighter
I'm
game.
buying some new DualShock 2s because yours are poop. And Dave admitted to it when we were playing. He couldn't even throw Hadouken in the damn thing.
You got a screwdriver. You see that?
It's actually this is a voltage tester.
That's a voltage
Yeah,
tester.
that I use for my computer.
He's testing
I'm
the
gonna
voltages.
bring the ones I got by.
God,
See if they're any better.
Oh God, his DualShock 2s are crap. One
Yeah,
of
it's I got a
them
PS2
is
sitting by my TV.
but yours are crap, Rick.
Man, I'm I'm about to set up a 360 on the porch. I think
What's good on a 360?
Street Fighter
What?
4.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. I
What?
know. I was gonna get
What?
that.
What?
I know. I'm
What?
kidding. It was a joke. It was a stab. I was poking Rick. I was poking Rick.
You
360
poked
was
me.
strong. 360 was, admittedly, 360 was a very, very strong, long-lived console.
Yes.
Man, everything Microsoft has released has been a strong console. I don't know about long lived.
Well, I don't know
Well,
about the Xbox One.
Xbox One's doing just fine.
It's doing okay,
360 and
but it's not doing what the
PS3,
360 did.
360 and PS3 were punch for punch throughout almost their entire life.
They,
Xbox One seems to be just doing their own thing,
this is
and
kind of like
PS4.
reversed because the 360 pulled way ahead of the
Yeah.
PS3. This generation, the PS4 is way ahead.
It's because
Right.
Sony did this. $599 American dollars. And people are like,
People were, excuse me.
$600?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh. I don't need one of those.
This generation was the consoles only online. That was the game changer right there.
And no used games.
And then his thing of saying we have a console for offline players. It's called the Xbox 360. That was a slap to all you fans.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That was him saying
you guys need some of these. Those are the 3 God cards, autographed by the voice of Yugi Moto.
You should sell them.
They're personalized, unfortunately. Dark Magician, autographed by Yugi. That's how sweet I am. Tim got this Karibo signed.
Was that the day I was up there for the Nationals?
Yes.
Why'd you get them personalized?
He only personalized things so you wouldn't sell them.
Oh.
And I
Yeah,
said,
they
well,
do that sometimes.
I waited in this big, long, stupid line. You might as well just sign it.
You didn't have to fork over anything to get in said line, did you?
No. Check out this card.
If they're not getting paid, they're going to personalize it every time.
You might like this, Rodney. It's Simon Belmont, the card. It's Vampire Hunter. Like, that is so cool. I want more of these.
Yu-Gi-Oh has some great concepts, man. They're just ran by such a crap company.
I have 4 of these. I have a Magic playset. You know what? Wizards of the Coast ain't much better though.
Wizards of the Coast is leaps and bounds better than Konami. You
I don't know.
and I know it.
They've been doing some weird
Konami.
things. Yeah, Konami does suck. Man, that was.
Konami has destroyed how many of our childhood games?
Let me tell you, trolling Konami on Facebook was fun, but I think I permanently screwed up my judge status as a Yu-Gi-Oh judge.
You're not losing a lot.
Yeah, you're right. That game is dead to me. It's all about Pokemon now. All about the Pokemon Company.
Pokemon is blowing up.
It is. It is.
Like people have dropped out the Magic scene and dumped everything into Pokemon.
It's because it's a good game.
I've heard
Uh,
it's really good.
Say what you will about Pokemon Go, but Pokemon Go grabbed a lot of new people for Pokemon.
It did, and Monday they're
Ugh.
launching. Speaking of Pokemon Go, Monday they're launching Gen 2.
Guess I'll pick that game up again.
Yeah, I knew you would after you heard that.
It's bad enough I've been trying to catch a Ditto. That bothers me. They're releasing Gen 2 already. We still haven't got Mewtwo, Mew, or the legendary birds. Ooh, is it Niantic? Is that Niantic?
Niantic.
That
Niantic.
that company sucks.
Well, this is what happens. See, they had the player base. They had it. All they had to do was work on it. And instead of working on the game, they worried about GPS spoofers, which they should have known was going to happen from day one. So instead of taking the momentum and just building that game up as hard as they could and forgetting about the GPS spoofers, mind you, the GPS spoofers numbers were nothing compared to the actual people playing the game.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
know a single GPS spoofer.
And
I didn't know.
all they did was put hot fix after hot fix after hot fix and different algorithms to stop GPS spoofers. And then after wasting that time, they took away all the features everybody loved.
And I can still GPS spoof.
So
I,
what
I completely agree.
they lost. They lost because they're dumb.
They are dumb. They're really dumb. Like that game was hot for a minute. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
man.
If I was their CEO, you those guys better stop paying attention to the stupid cheaters and get rolling on this game and make some money. They had potential for money
Right?
and they
Yeah,
lost it.
they threw it away.
In the beginning, I spent $40 on that game
Ugh.
just to get a basic amount of Pokeballs.
How many
Uh,
how many Pokeballs did you get for $40?
I still have money on the game though. I only spent a few points to get 200.
Oh,
I just haven't
yeah.
picked it up again.
I haven't had to pay for Pokeballs because I have unlimited Pokeballs pretty much.
But if they would
Yeah.
have focused on the players rather than the cheaters, they would have made it.
Can't imagine why you have unlimited Pokeballs, Rick.
Well, we get me
Or
and you. I mean, okay, guys. Rick had to go. He had a little bit of an emergency. That's why he is not in his video right now. At least me and Pat will sign us off. I'm Rod, aka Massey.
Pat, aka P. Rolly.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you again next time.
Yep. Later.